on in conversational English. What are you struggling with and you would like to improve? Hi, Shivangi. Thank you for coming. It's good to see you. So, Pima, unmute your microphone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
listening you. I'm not sure about the subject. I'm not choose the subject. Just I wanna to the first time today. I'm joining you just for improve. I don't know.
Okay,
Speak
so
about what?
okay. Well, many things we may do today you will find will be beneficial. Shivangi joined me yesterday, and today you're here. And of course, Ellen, I really appreciate your showing up. Ellen had a question some time ago about something. Ellen, what was your question that you were asking me? And I tried to answer it, and I said that I would answer your question in class. What was it, Ellen, that you were asking me?
Teacher, most of the time I ask the question to you. Every time you answered me, but this message I remember I say, please, Miss Priscilla, can you explain for me in which time you can use been word is?
Okay, what was the word? How do I use, what is it?
Been.
B-E-I-N-G?
B-E-E-E-E-N.
Okay, the word B-E-E-N. Is that right? Is that the word?
Yeah, being and teacher Miss Priscilla, being and being. It's all of the past tense of the be.
And being? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the difference between them.
Okay, how to use the word been and being. Okay, let's see if I can get some examples first. Example, I have been to the store. Example, I am being asked by the clerk at the store which fruit basket do I want?
Teacher, hello.
Hi, Cindy. Welcome to class.
Thank you, teacher.
It's good to hear your voice today. So today we're talking about right now two different words, been and being. So I have been to the store. I am being asked by the clerk at the store, which fruit basket do I want? Now, Ellen, can you understand how I'm using these two words? You would not say I have being. The word being is doing. The word being is it an adverb? Well, I won't tell you, I think it's an adverb. No, it may not be an adverb. The word being is doing. Yeah, it's a verb. Being is a verb. Acting is a verb, okay? The word being is doing something, right?
Yeah.
The word being is something that has happened in the past. So it's past tense. All right, so there we have that. Now let's see if we can get a little bit of a dialogue going. Insert table, 1, 2. Cindy, do you have any questions for me?
No, teacher, no.
Well, thank you so much for showing up today. It's always good to have you in class too.
Yes, I'm so glad to see you, teacher, every time.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of drawing here and make that student 1. Now, it may appear that we're moving slowly, but the goal is to learn something, not to be in a rush to learn something, but to learn something. Control C.
But Miss Priscilla, I want to say one thing.
Yes, what is the one thing?
You say been is for the past tense. Why we are use been? We can, instead of it, we can change the verb of the past. For example, I had, not use been, just change the verb for the past.
Okay, that may be true. Remember, I say that when my students come to me, do not come to me for grammar, because grammar is not what I do. I'm just trying to remember from grade school why we use what we use and do what we do.
Yeah, that's right. You say it.
So I'm not the one to teach you grammar, truthfully.
Mm-hmm.
I am not that one to teach you grammar. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if my student, Kavanchi, are you still there? Let's see. Shabangi, thank you for being here. Yesterday in your class, we created a dialogue and we talked about Nancy. No, we talked about the trees and the rain. Is that right, Shabangi? Shabangi, do you remember what we talked about yesterday? Shabangi, please answer. So, Ellen, you're going to be number 1. So I can put Ellen here. Ellen is number 1. Pima is number 2. Cindy, you'll be number 3. And if someone doesn't read their part, then I'll read their part. And then SHUBHANGI is number 4. So when it's time for you to read, when it's time for you, hi Shabangi. So if everyone is going to have a part to read, okay? And I'm going to go back up here and put Control C, Control C. Everybody will get to speak today. And if someone else joins us, we'll add them later. We'll add them when they come. All right, so yesterday, SHUB, well, we'll just say yesterday, that's SHUBHANGI. Shabangi, pronounce your name. Pronounce your name for us. Read about the rain and trees. Rain and trees, and that it had been raining for a few days. Remember, I remember reading a similar story, and now I am being told that there is another one almost like this one. Oh my, I have not read much in the past few days because I have been busy with work. And Shabangi was saying, it was a great story. Although it had been raining for a few days, many people were happy. Okay, so now let's just see how this goes before I put in so much. Ellen, could you read first? That word, her name is Shabangi. Shabangi. Ellen?
Yeah.
Read now.
Read it?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Shibangi, did you read about the rain and trees and that it had been raining for a few days?
Pima?
Yeah, I remember reading a similar story, and now I am being told that there is another one almost like this one.
Good. Sandy?
Oh my, I have not read much in the past few days because I have been busy with work.
Okay. And Shabangi? Shabangi, please read. Shabangi, please read. It was? Shabangi, please read. Okay. It was a great story. Although it had been raining for a few days, many people were happy. Shabangi, please read. It was a great story. Okay, I don't hear you speaking, Shabangi. Okay, so now we'll go on to Ellen. We'll go on to Ellen again. So Ellen, what would you like to say? What would you like to say, Ellen?
To answer the Shibangi?
No, we're just talking about something else now. We're going on to something else.
About the
About anything that you wish.
about the reading or about the food.
Okay. Teacher, I would like to ask about food. So I want to start with Pima. Pima, what type of food do you enjoy eating? Pima, what would you answer?
Yeah, whole foods. I like it. Especially I like makluba, maybe some Kurdish and Arabic foods I like.
Do you like to cook, Pima?
Yeah,
How often do you cook Kurdish food? How often do you cook Kurdish foods?
you mean with the type Kurdish food?
Mm-hmm. How often do you, anytime? Yes.
Yeah, dolma.
Okay. Cindy, what would you say? Pima says, I especially like Kurdish foods. I enjoy cooking and I really enjoy preparing meals every day. What about you, Cindy? Do you enjoy cooking?
Yes, of course, teacher, every day.
Yes, of course, Pima. I like to cook every day. One meal I really enjoy cooking is, what is one meal you really enjoy cooking?
Beans with bacon.
Beans with bacon?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, of course, Pima. I like to cook every day. One meal I really enjoy cooking is beans with bacon. Shivangi, have you ever tried beans with bacon? Answer, Shivangi, have you ever tried beans with bacon? Okay, so now let's start again. Ellen will read as herself, Pima as yourself, Cindy as yourself. Shivangi, if she doesn't read, I will read for her. Okay? Ellen.
Okay,
Here.
but teacher, first I read it. I want to say in Ellen 2, we need a question mark at the end. Type of food do you enjoy eating?
That's correct.
What? Yeah, in here, yeah.
So not here, teacher would like to ask about food. So we want to start with Pima.
At the end.
That's correct. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I just like concern. What about you, Cindy? Do you enjoy cooking? Perfect. And that's a question. I like it. I enjoy cooking with bacon. You answer the question.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, Ellen. Good eye. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen, please read. Try to sound as if you're speaking naturally. Okay? You may begin.
Okay. Shivangi, did you read about the rain and trees and that it had been raining for a few days?
Pima?
I remember reading a similar story, and now I am being told that there's another one almost like this one.
Sandy?
Oh my, I have not read much in the past few days because I have been busy with work.
Shivangi, could you read? Shivangi, can you read? Shivangi, you will be reading here. It was a great story. Read, read, it was a great story. Shivangi? Okay, your microphone's not on, so I will read. Although it had been raining for a few days, many people were happy. Ellen?
Teacher, I would like to ask about food. So I want to start with Pima. Pima, what type of food do you enjoy eating?
I especially like Kurdish food. I enjoy cooking, and I really enjoy preparing meals every day. What about you, Sandy? Do you enjoy cooking?
Yes, of course, Tina. I like to cook every day. One meal I really enjoy cooking is beans with bacon. Shivangi, have you ever tried beans with bacon?
Shivangi, could you read here, please? Cindy? Shivangi, could you read? Okay. Cindy, I understand the question, but I can't answer so quickly now, but I will continue to listen. All right, so now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 participants today in class. When we have class, and I announce in the Facebook group, if you have something that you wish to talk about, I could actually start the dialogue if I know that you're going to be a participant. So I really appreciate you guys showing up today and being a part of the lesson. One of the things that I believe that you will learn by participating in activities just as we created is that you get to hear and read good sentences, and with everyone participating, for example, Ellen pointed out that question marks were needed, okay? So when you start to recognize what is correct or what is incorrect, that also is a part of English fluency. Hey, Shivangi. So I can see.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Shivangi. We're happy that you have found your microphone. Now, when you watch the recording, Shivangi, you will see the part that you should read as you play it back and practice, practice, practice. Okay, we're coming to the end of this session for today. Cindy, Pima, and Ellen, are there any questions? Does anyone have a question?
Teacher, I have a question.
Cindy, do you have a question?
Yes, teacher. My question is, you can make the next class, but it has suggestion more about speaking, but conversation, natural conversation.
Okay, Cindy, I'm not really understanding because it doesn't sound as if you are talking in your microphone. So if you would go and type what it is that you're saying, when I post this video, post your question or your comment underneath. Ellen, do you have a question?
No, thank you, Ms. Priscilla. I don't have any question. Just I want to say I hope all day we are all together.
Okay. And Pima, question?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay, Shivangi, do you have a question?
Yeah, ma'am. I want to the use of should, would, and could.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Use of should, what?
The use of should and would.
Use of and could.
Okay, the use of should and could. When we use the word should,
Yeah.
it's more definite. It's more
Hiring.
demanding. You should do this. You should do this. When we use the word could, we talk about the possibility. It may happen, it may not happen. You could go to the market and buy groceries. Or we could say you should go to the market and buy groceries. Let's change it. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. All right, let's go to Ellen. Can you see the dialogue screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, great. So Ellen is going to speak, and no, Cindy, I understand the question, but I can't answer so quickly, but I will continue to listen. Okay, I want to ask Ellen a question about could and would. So, Ellen, would you like? Well, I think it was should. So, Ellen, should no, it should be. So, Ellen, should I practice English online, or should, what was it? Should and could, or do you think I could learn better by reading and listening, by reading a book? Ellen say, should B-H-A-N-D-I. That is a good question. I think you would learn best by being online. Reading a book is passive and no one can hear your voice. So then S-H-U-B-H-A-N. Okay, thanks so much for that response, Ellen. I have been told that reading is important too. What do you think about this idea of reading only, Cindy? That's an interesting point. Shubhandi. I want you to learn everybody's name. That's an interesting point, Shubhangi. However, I agree with Ellen. Reading is passive and could result in your spending a lot of your time doing something with little expressive value by voice. What do you think about this answer, Hema? I agree. Reading, I agree that reading is, I agree that reading is important, but the most important ingredient about speaking is the ability to practice. It's like cooking. You must have all the ingredients to prepare a great meal. Okay, so we're going to try again. We'll start again. Pima, Sandy, Ellen, Shubhangi. If everyone can see the screen, don't stop. Yeah. If you do not read your part, I will read your part. I will read your part for you. Ellen will start. Ellen,
Shubhangi.
Mm-hmm.
Shubhangi, did you read about the rain and trees and that it had been raining for a few days?
I remember reading a similar story, and now I am being told that there is another one and almost like this one.
Oh my, I have not read much in the past few days because I have been busy with work.
This word is read. I have not read. Okay? Read. Say read.
Read.
Good. Okay, read it again. Read your line again. Sandy.
Oh my, I have not read much in the past few days because I have been busy with work.
Shubhangi?
Yeah, it was a great story. Although it had been raining for a few days, many people were happy.
Teacher, I would like to ask about food, so I want to start with Pema. Pema, what type of food do you enjoy eating?
I especially like the Kurdish food. I enjoy cooking, and I really enjoy preparing meals every day. What about you, Sandy? Do you enjoy cooking?
Do you enjoy cooking?
Yeah, do you enjoy cooking?
Yes, of course, Hima. I like to cook every day. One meal I really enjoy cooking is beans with bacon. Shubhangi, have you ever tried beans with bacon?
Shubhangi?
Cindy, I understand. I understand the question, but I can't answer.
Okay, just a moment. Let me mute Eduardo. Okay, go ahead, Shubhangi. Again, Cindy, I understand.
Sandy, I understand the question, but I can't answer so quickly now. But I will continue to listen. I want to ask Ellen a question about could and would. So, Ellen, should I practice English online, or do you think I could learn better by reading a book?
Okay, so read this again, Shivangi, I should have could here.
Should. Yeah.
Could. Read again. Cindy, I understand the question.
Sandy, I understand the question, but I can't answer so quickly now. But I will continue to listen. I want to ask Ellen a question about could and would. So Ellen, could I practice English online, or do you think I could learn better by reading a book?
Ellen. Ellen. Shivangi, that is a good question. I think you would learn best by being online. Reading a book is passive and no one can hear your voice. And I think you should, you could. This is could. Shivangi, that is a good question. Ellen, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, read Ellen. Shivangi, here. Ellen, read. I'll read for you, Ellen. Shivangi, that is a good question. I think you could learn best by being online. Reading a book is passive and no one can hear your voice. Shivangi? Shivangi?
Yes. Yes.
Read.
Yes.
Read. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the response, Ellen. I have been told that reading is important too. So, what do you think about this idea of reading only? Cindy.
Sandy. Okay. Sandy. Okay, Cindy, are you still here, Cindy? Okay, that's an interesting point, Shivangi. However, I agree with Ellen. Reading is passive and could result in you spending a lot of your time doing something with little expressive value by voice. What do you think about this answer, Pima? Pima? Are you here, Pima? Okay, so I will read for Pima. I agree that reading is important, but the most important ingredient about speaking is the ability to practice. It's like cooking. You must have all the ingredients to prepare a great meal. Okay, so that takes us to another reading of the dialogue. I want to say thank you guys for showing up today. It is my pleasure to bring you this conversational English session. Tomorrow, we will have a similar lesson at the same time. And we are using each other's names so that we get to know each other as we speak and interact. Thank you so much for coming, Shivangi. Eduardo, I know you didn't get to say anything, but if you'd like to unmute your microphone and speak now, I will listen. What would you like to say today, Eduardo? And thank you for joining us.
Hello, Priscilla. Thank you so much. I arrived a little late, but I hope for tomorrow I will be on time.
Okay.
And it's my first time here. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, it is my pleasure to have you. And as we continue to grow, it is to get the individuals that are on the Speak Excellent English Facebook group an opportunity to interact in real time with their coach. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Tomorrow, same time. It's nice to meet you, Eduardo. It's good to see you.
Bye.
Bye, Pima. Bye, Ellen, Eduardo, Shivangi, and Cindy.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye. And let's see, that is the end. Bye.